Hey, what's up, guys? So today we are doing another twos commentary. Something that's a little bit more, I guess, coordinated. So I'm playing with my main healer in threes, who we're at 2880 CR, and we don't normally play twos, but we had some time kind of bored, so we decided to play some twos, so you can kind of see the difference and how we coordinate our goes when both you and the healer sort of used to playing with each other, used to how you work, and if you really want to get to the next level of twos, I suppose. So we're versing a mirror, which is a good one because I'm sure Warrior HPAL, it's only not overpowered against another Warrior HPAL. So um, we definitely outgear this warrior, but he's condemned, I think, and we're Kyrian, so like that's a pretty big disadvantage. He gets to do shadow damage to me. I can't do shadow damage to him. We missed the spear on the Holy Paladin, but the spear's not too bad because it's still cleaving and it's forcing the Arms Warrior to be very far away from us, which is nice, right? My Paladin trinkets a Hodge there, and he hodges himself. The reason he does that is because we can turn this go around immediately from being one where we're very defensive to one where we're being quite offensive, right? He bops the disarm so we can play offensive here, and I sharpen Blade Storm, sharpen, sweeping, Blade Storm with Avatar, and you're going to see these guys melt, right? They are dropping health. They have all this damage on them. Wings comes out from him, and we are still pumping away at them, right? And because they're both low, I can kind of just swap. I don't really want to overextend because we're so far ahead. So I wait until my paladin's there, and then I keep pushing in. This is a warrior's cooldowns, so my paladin uses his wings. So always got to kind of trade it like that. When you're playing warrior HPAL, a note for any warriors who are wondering why they feel like they're behind, it's because your paladin has to sort of trade wings for avatar, and big damage from the warrior, and vice versa. This paladin goes for this rep, which I reflect. I run Overwatch into a lot of other paladins, mainly because you can stop like Hodges, but you can also stop reps if they run it, and you can kind of win the game off that. So we get parry because we reflected the rep, and then we get a Hodge off that. I sweeping here, so I'm doing big cleave damage to everyone. I disarm the warrior, mainly just so it's on cooldown and to get some more pressure out. Not the most important one. He doesn't really have any big cooldowns for a while. I think he just Colossal Smashed, pretty similarly to when I disarmed him. He doesn't have Avatar for about a minute, so disarm will be back up for that if I need it. I'm just kind of like the second the warrior stuns my HPAL, I like swap onto him so he can't actually connect, right? He can't overextend that far, and I bring him towards me. So now he's hitting me again. So here I throw the what's it called, spear down, right? And I just pump away. Not too much more than that. Just spear and colossal smash. And he's sort of probably having to use a big cooldown now. His health isn't going up that much, and he did a DR Hodge on my Paladin. One thing to really note when you're playing Warrior Paladin, you can't like extend your DRs like he just did, right? So now my Paladin really can't get Stormbolt for another 20 seconds, right? Or 20 or 30 seconds, whatever the DR is, because it'll be a half Stormbolt, and that's a half Hodge too. So during this, while we're attacking, I'm ignore painting the whole time too. We get the Hodge on the Paladin. The Paladin had to have trinketed this immediately. It's kind of too late for him to trinket now, so it should be bubble. But unfortunately, he's being greedy. He's got his BM up. He's got wings, and I think he manages to get away with being this like kind of holding everything here. But it's a bit awkward because yeah, still have everything, and we bop the next disarm here that the warrior did, and I get this blade storm, which is a bit awkward, right? Because it's not colossal smashed. I don't have spear. It's not doing that much damage, but it's chipped away at him, and it's kind of put a bit of damage on the warrior. So the paladin's also using some holy power on the warrior, and now the paladin's in a full hodge. He's at 11.2k HP. This warrior either needs to intervene or it has to be trinket. But the warrior doesn't intervene. We get a mortal strike into execute, and it's good game from there. So you can sort of see you're playing around in a mirror those hodge goes. You really need to take full advantage of those hodge goes and make sure you're getting cooldowns, right? And if you're the one that's getting hodged, you need to be trading. And then at the end of the day, after that, it's just all about damage, right? So that's the first game against Warrior HPAL versus Warrior HPAL. and we will show one or two more, I think, in this video. All right, another mirror. I just kind of want to make this video, I think, more about mirrors. I think if you can beat a mirror as Warrior H-Power, you're going to do really well in climbing because most of the ladder is Warrior H-Power, right? Warrior H-Power, Windwalker H-Power. So you need to really know how to beat this mirror here. This warrior's popping off on me. It gets bopped. I also disarm it. Just a bit of lack of communication there. We reflect the rep, which means we do a big go onto this paladin. Onto this warrior. My paladin uses wings offensively to pressure, and it kind of lines up with his avatar as well, so it's okay. We get this big go here. I fear him first, right? Which my paladin unfortunately judgment. And obviously stuff like this is going to happen all the time. You're going to break CC. So instead of sort of complaining and thinking about it, I just immediately go for the spear on both. Um, he gets a war stomp, which is really annoying. But then I get the sharpened blade storm with sweeping, with mastery, with my on use and avatar, and you're gonna see both these guys melt. The warrior immediately has to jump away. He's still got sharpen on him. This paladin uses wings here, and he goes for another rep, which I don't know if it's the right play. This guy's holding everything right now. He gets a bop. My paladin bops this off me, and we shatter. Unfortunately, though, he does have the big heal, and we don't have any more stops, so it's kind of risky, right? If I crit this anything else here, it would have been fine, but I had no rage. There's a blade storm, right? I think we're out of bops now, so they've still got one bop, I imagine. They've still got bubble, and but we don't have they don't have any trinkets. So what I'm trying to do here, if you look at how I'm positioning sort of in this awkward position, me and my paladin. We're both hitting the warrior, but the warrior can't actually push in to hit us. So whenever we're taking bigger damage, we just pull further up, and his paladin's so far away from his warrior. So my paladin's on top of me, we're both cleaving, right? His crusader striking, judgmenting non-stop. Their paladin's pretty much doing no damage. So we're forcing big pressure here, and I leap, and I tried to kick, but I think he intervened, unfortunately. He gets a wings proc, which is sort of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I get disarmed here. I don't really have anything off for the disarm, but I do have spear coming up. I spear before he can get away. He gets to Holy Light range, he bubbles, and then we just swap. He Kyrian Divine Tolls there too. We hit the warrior a bit. They used a lot of buttons there, and I intervene my paladin. Like, the point is, even though my paladin's 100% HP, I don't want him to be taking the damage. It's a lot easier for me to mitigate the damage and ignore pain. We're hitting the warrior. The paladin, I think, is essentially, we're just waiting until he uses his divine heat, this big heal. When that big heal's used, it means, look, we can go him now. I swap, right? I get a bit of damage, but he's starting to kite a bit. I reflect this rep because he just cast it in my face, and obviously it's on me because the warrior's on them. And I start hitting the warrior. So now the warrior can't play too offensive. He's got to go D. I disarm him so he can't parry. But if you see what I'm doing right now, right? I'm holding all of my offensive cooldowns until I actually get to the pally. I don't want to use my Colossal Smash on the warrior because I don't think I can kill the warrior. But I do think I can get a lot on this pally now. So I swap onto the pally. The Hodge comes out, right? Sorry, I think the screen just messed up there a little bit when I pause it. I did this big blade storm. He's really, really low. And here I fear and I spear off the fear. And he is all out of anything to help him with. He's got no intervene. He's got really nothing here. And we get the kill in a couple of minutes, I think. Like a minute or so. Essentially, he's just out of it. We just forced everything there. It's kind of insane. He got topped on 2k. No joke. I thought we won that game right there. But Warrior H power has lots of tools. H powers can go from like 0 to 100 really, really quickly. They can top themselves fast. We aren't winning in mana, but we are playing way more aggressive. This warrior doesn't have too much except from parry, and we swap to the paladin here. He does a big heal here, but like they're both topped, so the big heal's kind of wasted. So now I know for 25 seconds he can't big heal. I'm pumping it away at this paladin who doesn't have much. I stun the warrior, right? So my paladin can top himself. And I just kite this guy's cooldowns. I see Avatar and I piercing howl him. He charges me, but when he connects, I disarm, right? I disarm when he colossal smashes, and now he has to awkwardly run out of there. I leap. I don't get the kick, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal. My Paladin's about to connect in a second. He's got a Colossal Smash on him. He eats the eye as well. And I miss my spear stupidly. I trinket the disarm because I think we can get the kill here. He wings. He intervenes as well. So I don't know if we get the kill really. Um, what I do here, I still have a lot of damage, right? I have Colossal Smash and Bladestorm. I Colossal Smash, Bladestorm. I'm just kind of hitting him with the side of the thing, and we get a short Stormbolt to finish him off. So you can sort of see there, we played in goes, whereas they sort of didn't have any real goes against us. And when they started to come in and try and do anything, I had all my buttons, so I could just kite or peel, or my paladin can use his buttons. There, I think they tried to play the mana game. It's risky, especially when you're playing against a warrior H-Bal who's doing more damage and doing proper goes on you, to ever go for mana, because you will just get out, like, you'll eventually lose before mana becomes an issue as a H-Pal. All right, we'll show one more game that isn't Warrior H-Pal. Hopefully, we have something more interesting to show, and that will kind of conclude this video.